I'm Bob Meixner. I'm joined by Wilson Hughes. We'll be co-presenting today. On the agenda, we've got a half an hour and we have a lot of topics to cover. So what we're going to do is just spend a little bit of time on the importance of order management and a little bit about how the industry has changed and continues to change, which requires the need for order management platforms. We'll then have Wilson talk a little bit more about the specific order management solution that's provided by eBay Enterprise. And then, of course, we can't forget about Magento. That's why we're all here after all. And we'll talk about how we've combined Magento with our industry-leading order management solution. We will incorporate a little bit of a demonstration of some of the retail associate platform capabilities and how the order management platform can be used in stores. And we'll also talk about the ideal partner profiles and the ideal merchants for the solution and where you can get more information. All right. So let's start with understanding the importance of order management. When we talk about the importance of order management, it's important to keep in mind really just kind of a review from Mark's speech this morning around what eBay Enterprise does, right? And it's really, it really centers all around the customer in four main solution areas. Obviously, commerce technologies, which Magento is a key part of. There's retail order management, which is what we're focused on today, which of course is everything that really happens after you click checkout. There's our omni-channel operations, which allows customers to leverage our distribution centers and our customer service folks. And then marketing solutions, really to tie everything together around the customer across all channels, regardless as to what stage we're in the cycle, whether we're dealing with an engage, convert, deliver, or retain phase. So today we're focusing specifically on order management. And order management, when we talk about order management, we're really specifically focused on omni-channel. And I always like to call attention to Peter Sheldon, one of the Forrester analysts. He wrote a blog article recently and talked about a survey that said 52% of e-commerce professionals ranked omni-channel integration as a key investment priority. What do we really mean when we talk about that? Well, most retailers have some of these capabilities, or many of retailers have capabilities today that are very specific on meeting customer needs around ship from store, in-store pickup, endless aisle capabilities, and all of that has to be brought together by leveraging omni-channel, cross-channel inventory visibility. Now, many retailers have done those types of things, but they've done that using platforms that are essentially cobbled together based off of their commerce platforms that may be integrated into their point of sale systems, that probably have some connection into an older ERP system, right? And that can be difficult for merchants to really experiment with omni-channel, grow rapidly, roll these out rapidly, and grow with scale based upon peak fluctuations within different seasonal demands. So it really shouldn't come as too much of a surprise that in the same survey, 63% of retailers had a preference for a software as a service or a SaaS-based cloud platform solution. Because after all, order management is in some ways set it and forget it, right? A little bit different than what many of you are used to with commerce platforms, where it's more of an on-premise model. You have a lot more control. From an order management perspective, some of the requirements are a little bit different there. We also have to make sure that we're not blind to the fact that the market is consolidating, and that consolidation is really driven, again, based upon customer needs. Merchants are looking to their commerce platform providers to be a provider of an omni-channel order management solution because those capabilities are very tightly coupled and closely aligned with providing a superior customer experience. And eBay, with the acquisition of Magento and the host of offerings that are provided by eBay Enterprise, is really well positioned to lead in this market. So Wilson, do you want to talk in a little bit more detail about what we've created?
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. So eBay's goal is to be the omni-channel commerce partner of choice for online retailers. We think that we can help you navigate the omni-channel space better, faster, more profitably than you would alone or with another partner. So what have we done to revolutionize omni-channel commerce? eBay Enterprise has built a decoupled, modular, extensible, and highly scalable retail order management platform as a service designed specifically to meet the needs of retailers. So I'm going to dig into that statement but that is effectively the value proposition for you for today. We started by evaluating the market for commercial off-the-shelf order management technologies, and we found Sterling to be the strongest. What we then did was we built on top of that platform. So we took the commercial off-the-shelf technology, and we built unique capabilities that are focused on omni-channel commerce. We eliminated a lot of the complexities involved in getting a Sterling implementation up and running, and if you have ever been involved in a Sterling implementation, you would know that that's a very expensive and time-consuming proposition. We've shortened that down and platform servicified that experience. And then we also integrated with the other capabilities, order capture like Magento, warehouse management technologies, customer service, and we bundle that capability together. So we've really accepted reporting in addition to that. So we've really bundled all of the technologies that you would need and selected best-in-class technologies to provide the sort of mid-market something to grow on. The order management capabilities focus primarily on 5 components, 5 core features. Distributed order management, that's effectively intelligent order routing, which I'll get into. Omni-channel inventory visibility, as Bob mentioned, the ability to see inventory irrespective of where it lives. Store-based fulfillment, dropship management gives your customers more choice, allows you to liquidate inventory more effectively, irrespective of the channel. And with regard to your specific goals for the merchants, and then a very strong reporting capability across all of that technology. So when we talk about omni-channel inventory management, we're really talking about providing customers more order capability, or the ability to order more inventory across more channels. So effectively, that could be inventory that sits in a fulfillment center, it could be inventory that's in transit, could be inventory with dropship vendors, or it could be on store shelves. And the idea is to provide real-time or near real-time visibility into what's happening in all of the stores, and what's happening in all the nodes in the DCs, and really effectively bubble up and process that order as efficiently as possible, as cost-effectively as possible, and with the highest gain in terms of revenue. So a couple of the key considerations you will have with regard to an order management technology is things like safety stock at every level, inventory discrepancies, in-flight orders, and how those are going to impact what you place and how you fulfill an order. When we talk about the inventory or intelligent order routing technology and capability, what we really want to focus on is the concept of being able to process with an intelligent system that allows you to understand what would make the most sense in terms of routing and fulfilling this order for both the customer, in terms of customer service, and in terms of what the merchant needs. As an example, let's say that a customer places an order for next-day delivery for an item. Customer is in Iowa, the fulfillment center is in Kentucky. There happen to be stores in Iowa. What the system might do is say, you know what, instead of fulfilling from the distribution center, how about we send this to the closest store with the highest inventory stock and let them fulfill it. So we're doing a couple things. One, we're meeting the customer satisfaction goals or the service level that the customer expects. Two, we're shipping that order more efficiently and at a lower cost. And by that nature, we're effectively meeting the merchant's goals of driving higher cost reduction goals and higher profit out of each order. And that happens on a per order basis. It happens in real time, and you have all of that visibility in the system built in. So that's one of the sort of benefits when you start looking at inventory management and distributed order management capabilities. So this is just some of the things that you need to consider: profitability, proximity, transit time, how much inventory is in the store. And another thing to mention is when you think about stores versus distribution centers, fulfillment centers are very well-oiled machines. They operate efficiently. Stores do not. You have weather issues, you have conditions where operating hours, maybe foot traffic, and it can impact how much say a store associate can pick, pack, and ship. And so you need to be able to manage these in concert and have them work together to more effectively as possible, process all of these orders. The retail order management capability also supports store-based fulfillment solutions. We have exposed a fulfillment API as well as web-optimized interfaces These are open standard platform-based technologies, so you can leverage them effectively with any order capture solution from an API perspective and consume them in such a fashion. These really drive revenue, and they drive a much higher customer satisfaction for customers who actually go into the stores. And you can imagine someone who comes in to a store to purchase, for instance, a hat. Because the associate has information on what they've purchased in the past, they may be able to make better recommendations and actually check them out with a hat and maybe a shirt when they leave that store. So keep that in mind. This also includes eBay Now and Shuttle same-day local delivery service integration, which is built in. And this is kind of the power of the eBay Inc. Solution profile. All of the things that we bring to bear for retail companies or online retailers is really focused, and our R&D is focused on driving that value specifically for you. So Bob's going to get back a bit more into some of the store-based fulfillment solution with I guess what we'll call a brief demo of the store-based fulfillment tools.
Sure, thanks, Wilson. So if order management is really everything that happens after you click checkout, to sum it up, what actually happens? We have a quick demo that we can walk you through related to store-based fulfillment, and this use case is specifically in-store pickup. So what you're seeing on the screen here is a native iPad application that leverages what we call our Retail Associate platform, which is really a platform that enables an associate to have more information and create more of a seamless, frictionless, personalized in-store experience for a shopper. It's also integrated with our store-based fulfillment tools so that they can pick, pack, and ship orders and get notifications from one central application should they be using both. So in this case, I'm logged in as a store associate, and I have a home page here with key alerts, key reminders about what I need to be doing for my day. On the top left there, you can see that I have an order prep that came in for Reese, and he's going to be in the store in about an hour, so I need to get working on that. When it's time to actually go pick that order, I can come down to another tab that lists out all of the orders that have come in. They're color-coded and prioritized based upon the service level agreements that have been provided to the customer. We have an order with 3 items that we're going to go out to the sales floor and start picking. This is integrated into the iPad application or the iPad, so you can leverage all of the native capabilities of the app. So I can leverage the camera to go through, scan my items, pick each one that I have, and then once I've picked the 3 items, I can then specify the staging location. In this case, it's going to be up at the cash wrap. You can specify multiple locations based upon the size of the store, and you can have different pick flows based upon different optimization levels. But in this case, we're going to send these 3 items over to the cash wrap. And we've printed a hold ticket, which helps me keep things neatly aligned when we have multiple orders waiting for pickup. Could also be used potentially as a receipt for a shopper. Now, it's really as simple as that from an associate perspective in terms of what they need to do to go out and retrieve those orders and pick them and pack them and get them ready. Now, in this case, when Reese arrives at the store for pickup, he can also be greeted by the same associate who happens to be leveraging the app and pulls up some recent customers here. You can see Reese's is on the recent customers list. And here is where you see really more of that endless aisle capability, which is another key component of an order management platform, where I can go in and as the associate, I can see customer information, so I can understand what Reese likes. I can cross-sell and upsell based upon that information. I have the ability to go through and take a look at recommended products. Perhaps Reese is interested in this watch, but maybe it's not in stock at our particular location. It may be in stock at another store. That's all exposed, leveraging the omni-channel inventory visibility that's part of the solution. Or maybe it's only in stock online. So if it's in stock online, I can leverage the application to go through, place that order into Reese's shopping cart, which may have other items in it from one of his previous shopping sessions. And then we can go through and leverage an integration with PayPal to do things that all customers love, like line busting, going through and automatically swiping his credit card and checking him out directly on the application itself. So just a quick peek at some of the tools that we put in the hands of retailers to make this process seamless and easy and integrated into their daily workflows.
All right. Now what I want to do is talk about the integration between Magento and the retail order management capability. So the goal of the integration was effectively, as you would expect with Magento implementations to leverage as much of the flexibility and the customizable capability of the Magento platform, the modular decoupled capability of the retail order management platform, and reduce down the time frame for implementation and integration so that our partners or our customers could actually focus most of the effort on that storefront. And so you can kind of see from the graph that the goal here has been accomplished with a solution that leverages a standard Magento extension effectively to install, configure, and get these systems integrated and up and running. So we actually have Adam Hobson, who's in the room. He's responsible for the development of that. If you guys have questions about that, I think he had a session yesterday. So keep that in mind. We've got people to answer questions specifically about the extension. The integration effectively supports and captures all of the capabilities that you would need from a Magento perspective to integrate for order capture purposes. We've also leveraged it for product and cataloging data. And then on the other side, where we have fulfillment, note that you can integrate with your existing systems. So we're not only integrated with the eBay fulfillment supply chain, but you can leverage any ERP that you need to. This is an open standards-based technology based on standard web services effectively and standard batch interfaces. And then from a payments perspective, you can leverage and bundle the payment solutions that we offer, or you can roll your own there as well. So again, open standard capabilities for real-time integration, and we can talk more about that. So the result effectively, standard Magento extension, simple installation and configuration is what we built for real-time checkout flow integration and order event updates. That's includes full-featured, highly scalable enterprise-class order management inventory management system, access to eBay's global fulfillment, customer service capabilities. You get that when you get the retail OMS, pre-integrated with the warehouse management, call center, reporting technologies, and marketplaces as well. Coordinated offering for tax, PCI compliance, payment processing supports back orders, cancellations, all of the various processes that you would need to really fully support a customer holistically from an order perspective. Integrated technology for automated delivery to drive marketing platforms for CRM purposes. And then it's really a stepping stone for any customers who are looking to expand either the number of channels from which they're sourcing, the number of channels from which they're fulfilling, or looking to grow in terms of maybe a brick and mortar store. So quickly, I want to talk about partner profiles. How do we kind of classify the partners that we're working with? So we have three classifications. Strategy partners are partners who really help steward our customers or our customers into opportunities to leverage omni-channel and our technologies more effectively. So these are really business services primarily and strategic focus strategy sessions to help drive what the omni-channel strategy should be. National Global SI partners are partners for implementation. They're traditionally responsible for the Magento implementations that you've seen, but also responsible for the integration, consulting from a technical perspective and from a functional perspective on how to tie all your sources together, marketplaces, traditional order capture channels, and then hybrid agencies do a lot of both. From an ideal merchant perspective, these are things that we think profile a merchant that would take immediate advantage of the retail OMS technology. Established brand, revenue in the range of 10 million or greater online, sustainable business model, focus on growth, pure play, multi-channel B2C. Generally, we're looking for people who need to have operational efficiencies through an omni-channel order capture technology, open to an OpEx cost model. Opportunity identifiers. If you need near real-time single view of inventory or have disparate inventories that you're managing and not able to do it in real time, need to stand up multiple online channels or brands, you have difficulty processing order volumes or scale issues, or you need to expand the scale of what you have today. You want to support pre-sales and back orders more effectively. You have customer service issues that you need to address more effectively. Effectively, you're growing. Need support for growing payment types, more robust fraud, and screening and liability services, or the need to extend order processing transactional capabilities to existing applications and services. Those are things that we think would flag you to say, hey, you know what, we probably need to start looking at an OMS. And then from an opportunity perspective, we think if you have potential interest in outsourced or DC fulfillment, you should begin to talk to eBay, your partner. We're not necessarily looking for perishables, although we have special conditions to apply, that can apply. Limit on large inventory typically. Potential interest in dropship management would be interesting. Potential interest in outsourced customer service. And then if you have any marketing interests, you can work with us and our partners to satisfy your needs there.